Welcome to On the Couch. I'm Maria Valiscatsis.
And I'm Kundai Vera.
So today we're talking about...
I don't know.
Have you ever listened to a conversation that you were not supposed to hear?
I don't snitch.
You do. You're the one that tells me all the stories I know.
Hey, listen, yeah? I don't snitch. So you can't tell people that I snitch.
I'm snitching.
You're snitching on me. And snitches get what?
Stitches.
Okay, I don't snitch.
Okay, I have to be honest. You know, it's human to think, or when you hear something you're not supposed to, you listen more.
Wow.
And it's such a dilemma. It's like a moral dilemma. Should I walk away or should I continue listening? It's like, you know, when you're sitting in a restaurant and the couple in the next table is fighting and you just like stop chewing so you can hear.
I've never done that. I've never done that.
I always like to know what's happening around me.
You're nosy.
I am nosy.
Okay, so what kind of conversations have you heard that were interesting?
So, no, I can't tell you that.
I've heard people doing things that grown-ups do. And I probably was not supposed to hear that because, you know.
Have you ever, spoke about someone, complained about someone and didn't realize that the person was, around the corner and you go
Nah, see, I have a solution for that. I usually tell the person as well.
Yeah, okay, but what if you were going to tell the person, but you just needed to get, the anger out first, and then...
So here's the thing. Shout out to Njapa, by the way.
Who's Njapa?
Njapa is a friend of mine who watches the show at work, puts it on the TV all the time.
Shout out.
And they don't believe that we know him.
Oh, shit.
So shout out to Njapa, man.
This is a conversation you were supposed to be listening into.
So I remember once I was talking about someone after we had left a party, and I had people in the car that thought that person didn't know I talked about them, and I'm like, no, I said this to them because it sounded like gossip.
Okay.
But the actual fact was, no, I said this to the person's face.
Okay, so I've been in a situation where I've overheard somebody talk about me. Yes.
Bad things.
It was bad things. Oh. And so they didn't realize that I could hear what they were saying. And I always thought that we were mates, you know. So now that I've overheard, I understood where our lines were, you know. So I automatically changed towards that person.
Switch
Yeah, I just switched it up a bit. But in retrospect, instead of changing my attitude to the person, I think I should have confronted the person.
Why?
But at the same...
Are you still friends?
No.
Oh.
But at the same time, I am quite confrontational.
I'm actually surprised. Why didn't you confront them?
When I think about it now, it's not only one.
Oh, it's a common thing.
It's a common thing.
Okay.
Why didn't I confront them? I just think that because we were all ladies in the same group of friends, and I just really didn't want to have that conflict.
You don't want to have a tiff.
I don't want to have that kind of energy going around.
Wow.
And also, I think at the same time, I realized that it takes one to speak, but it takes another to hear. So if that person...
Why were they entertaining it?
Exactly. And I think it's only as you get older and more mature, you realize that it takes two to tango.
So you'll never talk about it ever?
No.
So you'll still have issues?
No, I don't have issues. I just cut it off. Like a ninja.
Go
ninja. Go Powerpuffs.
You know, just when I think you're cool. Just when I think you're cool.
Is it good to listen to the conversation? Should you walk away, especially if it's about you, or should you stay and listen?
Okay, here's the thing. Sometimes people come to you and want to talk about things that are none of your business.
Yes,
Sometimes I tell them to go away.
but sometimes you don't.
Sometimes I just pretend like I'm listening.
Listen, Kiki, you and I know that you are the biggest gossip
Oh, gossip? What I said? What I did?
You're the biggest gossip monger. Between you and I, you know more about everyone's
Because
business.
people tell me stuff.
And then who you come and tell?
Oh, I will tell you no more.
Don't tell me. I must know.
Oh, God.
Or is it... I just think it's human nature to be curious.
Interesting.
You
What
know-
they say.
And it's sometimes just people you don't even know. Like, you can't switch it off. The other person speaking loudly, they want you to hear.
Have you ever been like, let's say at a coffee shop, and there's other people talking and they're talking nonsense, and you're just like, yo, this is what it's like on the other side. Especially when you're like, I remember the last time was like me and a group of friends at a coffee shop, and this friend of ours told us about things he did at a graveyard. And there was a couple girls like a few tables away, and I saw them like, I don't know if it was like disgust or kind of like, that's interesting.
Firstly, he was speaking so loudly that a couple of tables down the line.
No, let me tell you what happened. He wasn't speaking loud, but when he started telling us the story, we were like reacting loud. We're like, you did what? Whoa, who? What? Because we wanted him to know that it's messed up.
Listen, I think curiosity killed the cat.
Okay.
We must know. Even if it is going to kill us.
Okay, so what are you saying? You're saying people should not be curious, and if they're curious, they must be quiet. They mustn't confront people.
No, that was my mistake. If you hear a conversation that you weren't supposed to hear, and it was regarding you, if it's negative or positive, like if I hear somebody speaking nicely about me, I would want to say, wow, thank you so much. You know, I didn't realize that you thought of me like that.
You know what's funny about what you're saying, right? I've overheard people who I genuinely thought don't like me. Like genuine, like I was like, this dude don't like me.
Bring the telephone directory quickly.
Right? And they'll be talking to someone else and be like, oh, you know, Kunda did this and then he did that. It was like, it was so cool. And I'm just like, what?
Don't.
That's happened a couple of times.
But isn't it nice when you think somebody doesn't like you and then you realize that they actually do and that they admire you?
It's weird.
It's not weird. I'd be happy.
It's weird for me, especially when I'm on some protection mode. You know, like when when you see this person, you're always in defense mode. You're just like, I'll mess with you.
I don't.
I knew you were going there.
You know what I was about to sing.
Hey, can't trick you anyway.
All right, so what we'd like to know is, have you ever listened to a conversation that you were not supposed to? And if you have, was it juicy? Let us know. We also want to know.
I want to know the awkward situation it created. That's the fun part.
Why do you have to be that person?
Because that's where fun is.
In the awkwardness.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel like I just hang out with strange people.
Hang out with me. And yourself.
Rest my case. Bye.
Peace.